checking out a new location today. It's called Blaze Pizza. Just pulling up on it right now. Well, I must say I've seen better parking for a pizza place. All these handicap spots here. No way to really get up close. There it is, in those trees. Blaze Pizza. Let's see what they're about.
Let's go.
Blaze Pizza has a great deal where they just charge you $8.25 and you can just build your own pizza. Alright, let me go ahead and point out this box. You're thinking maybe this is an ordinary pizza box, but it's not. And I'll show you why. Yeah, it's 2 pieces. So, and when he was putting that box on, I thought he was giving me another pizza at first. I saw him putting that thing on top and I was like, what? But yeah, here it is. They cut this like burnt crust off from around the edge. It doesn't look burnt underneath. I really wish I could take a bite into it right now, but it's super hot. Just came out of the oven, of course. Let me try it. So this time I went with all of my favorites except for pineapple, which I love. But this time I went with pepperoni, meatballs, and mushrooms on the whole thing. And on half of it, I went with banana peppers, and the other half, black olives. So, with the intent to share it, and save it for the family. But, oof, wow. Thing is messy. Tell you what I think. Let me tell you, I cannot wait to get home and finish that pizza off, but I just the you-know-what out of the roof of my mouth. I mean, it was such a rookie move. I can't believe it, really. But, man, ooh, it hit me good this time. I mean, it's been so long since I've suffered an injury of this magnitude. Oh man, but the pizza's, it's pretty good. You know, in a way it reminds me of Uncle Maddio's, whatever. And the funny thing is, it's actually in Uncle Maddio's spot. So Uncle Maddio's pizza was in this spot. I still think Uncle Maddio's is good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compare this to Uncle Maddio's, because I know where there's still one Uncle Maddio's left. They've been clearing them out, but there's one still remaining in Smyrna. So I'm gonna go there and eat it one more time, because it's been a long time since I've had it, and that way I can compare the two back to back and see which one I think is better. Because I gotta tell you, Blaze Pizza is pretty good. It's pretty good, but Uncle Maddio's is really good too. The thing you got to keep in mind about the differences between the pizza, it's not just about the dough and the sauce and the toppings and everything. There are a few, or a couple of, well, actually there are a few key factors. Now, one of the things is the way they bake this pizza. So, Blaze Pizza is baked in a fire grill. It's not a wood fire grill, but it's like a fire grill. So you'll see in the video and the pictures, it's like you see these what obviously is gas flames going in 3 sides of the grill, and then you've got your typical brick oven style surface. Now that's how they do the Blaze Pizza, and it's very fast because of this. I mean, this type of baking places like Antico and sorts of, you know, that's a real popular place here. It's spreading all over a good bit of Metro Atlanta is Antico, and or Antico, I believe is the right way to pronounce it. So Antico Pizza uses the wood fire grill method, I believe, or they use the traditional Italian brick oven style. And but the problem that I have with Antico is they tend to burn the dough, the crust. They'll burn it, and that turned me off for a while. I didn't go back in there because I got tired of eating. You know, I didn't want to eat carbon with my pizza. Uncle Maddio's, what they do is they just run it through your traditional conveyor style oven. So it's like a typical gas style oven. It might even be electric, but I think it's gas. But anyway, it's a conveyor style. So it runs through on a conveyor, and then that's that. But another thing I like about Uncle Maddio's, I think their sauce is a little bit better, and I'm gonna go back to compare that. But also, Uncle Maddio's, you can pick different sizes of pizza. You don't have to go with, you don't have to go with your traditional, like a lot of these places that are popping up now, they're all selling you like 9-inch pizzas or 11-inch pizzas. Like these guys, this 11-inch is only one size, and that's it. Now you can, with Blaze Pizza, you can select how thick you want the dough to be. So you can go with their standard, which was fine, but it's rather thin. Or you can go with this thicker dough, which I decided not to go with that this time. I wanted to taste it as it was. So Uncle Maddio's is like your standard hand-tossed style pizza, and it's got the size. I think they've got an extra large. You know, you can go with an extra large or like a standard, like a personal style pizza, which I think is somewhere around 10 or 11 inches. It might even be 12 inches. And then you've got your, one second here, I gotta drive like a maniac. Hope that pizza didn't slide. So yeah, so those are your options there as far as size and the type of dough that they have. And they both carry a gluten-free crust, which I've had that with Uncle Maddio's, but I did not have that with Blaze. So we've got some good comparisons to do here. There's a lot to be done. So, oh God, oh, I'm so hurting right now. I can feel the top of the roof of my mouth bubbling from like blistering from the heat of that pizza when I bit into it. That was just such a dumb rookie move on my part. Wow. I tell you what, you know, when you do stuff like that, you will know not to do it again. You won't do it for a long time. I mean, I have not burned the roof of my mouth like that in ages. I mean, damn. Oof. Once again, I have gone to Blaze Pizza. This is 2 days in a row. They are hands down my favorite of the wood fire grill pizza places. I mean, these guys are just, they know what they're doing. They kind of messed up a little bit today because this was supposed to have black olives, but it's my fault for not making sure they did it. And this one was supposed to have arugula on it. But still, it looks really good. It's kind of dark. I mean, the lighting in here. But yeah, look at that. Excellent pizza. I'm not going to film you. Ridiculous cookies. All right, Uncle Maddio's revisited. This is the gluten-free dough or crust or whatever. So let's see what that's about. This time I went with meatballs, mushrooms, banana peppers, and black olives on this. They put a fair amount of sauce on, which I will never complain about. A lot of places don't put enough sauce on the pizza. So we'll see what I think about it. All right, here we go. Uncle Maddio's. The gluten-free crust is pretty good. It's interesting. I'm trying to get this thing down with like eating in front of the camera. I'm not good at it. My wife tells me I'm horrible at it. Anyway. So the gluten-free, I'm going to say the gluten-free dough or crust or whatever, I'm going to give it a 7.5. It's nice and thin. It's kind of a little bit chewy, which I like. Sauce, I'm going to give an 8 for their sauce. Cheese, I'll give it an 8. And their toppings are pretty good. They do a pretty good job with their toppings. So I'm going to give their toppings a, say 8.5 on their toppings. All right, I'm back to Blaze again. On my way home with it right now. And we're gonna compare it back to back because I had Uncle Maddio's last night, and I have to tell you, overall, I was a bit underwhelmed. So, while it's still fresh in my mind, I did do the gluten-free crust, so that may not be a fair comparison. You know, the last time I had Uncle Maddio's, or before last night, it wasn't bad, and I felt like it was a fair comparison as far as the two places. But you got to understand, I mean, their styles are different, and I said this before in the last video, but just a little recap. Blaze is wood fire, this wood fire grill pizza, basically. So, and if you don't know what that is, that means there's basically 3 burners going in there, brick oven style. You throw it in, it's really fast. I mean, you can cook a pizza and you can seriously cook a pizza in seconds in there. It's quite a sight to behold, the process. The other thing that I'm sorry, and Uncle Maddio's, they use the conveyor style. Conveyor style is not, to a lot of like pizza purists, it's not the way to cook pizzas. When I started out, I want to say I worked at a pizza place. I can't, it's so hard for me to remember now, but it may have been a brick oven, but I don't know. I want to say it was conveyor style as well. Conveyor style is what like Domino's uses, Papa John's, like all those major pizza chains like Pizza Hut and stuff like that. They all use that conveyor style pizza oven, and it's basically a gas oven and just rolls through there in about somewhere between 5 to 8 minutes you'll have your pizza. Okay. Wow, it's bright. So with all that said, I'm gonna compare the two. The toppings, I already have to say this, because I was giving the toppings for Uncle Maddio's. I want to say I gave them a 7.5 on the toppings because they just weren't that great last night. It's hard because, okay, so the toppings for, let me eat the pizza first. Let me get in here. Let me give you, let's get some video of the pizza. get some pictures, and we'll go over the toppings again. But I'm gonna say the toppings are definitely, the toppings at Blaze Pizza are better than Maddio's. And one more thing before we get to that, I want to talk about this guy, this Barstool Sports guy, the guy who does the little, one bite, the rules. I'm gonna go and start with this. First of all, I like the guy. I think he's a little harsh at times, but I do like him. I would love to sit with that guy and eat pizza and talk to him about pizza. He's in the land of amazing pizza, being up there in New York. I mean, I can't argue with him there. So far, I haven't been able to find anything down here in the South that beats New York style pizza, and I've had New York pizza many times over. I used to go up to New York all the time, and I ate a ton of pizza there. I walked the streets of Manhattan eating pizza. Anyway, my whole point about it is I disagree with him with what he said about Blaze. He says Blaze is the worst pizza he's had, and I've seen some of the pizza he's eaten. Just by looking at it on video, I'm like, there's no way that's better than Blaze. So I think he's a little out there with saying Blaze is the worst pizza he's had, because I have to say, as far as wood fire goes, Blaze is my favorite, especially with like all these like trendy wood fire pizza places that are popping up here in Atlanta. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I'll be right back with you. All right, here it is. They've updated the box. So anyway, silly, really, in my opinion, but here we go. This one is Italian sausage, basil, and mushrooms. I've been wanting to try out this configuration, and here it is. So I'm going to go on and let you know what I think. Here we go. I have a feeling this is going to be really messy, so bear with me. Wow. Yeah. Okay. It's a floppy one, isn't it? Huh? Definitely better than Uncle Maddio's. It's kind of ironic that they took Uncle Maddio's spot. Yeah, the dough's good. So, their dough. I'll take a bite of the dough. Dough is really hard for me. It's really tough for me to grade dough. I'm gonna give their dough okay, so sorry, I'm wasting time here. Let me give their dough. I mean, look at this. I mean, see, they don't burn the bottom of it. They burn the edges a little bit, but then they cut it off. I'm gonna go wood fire scale. I'm gonna give the dough an 8. Okay. I'm gonna give their sauce. Sauce will get an 8.3. Their cheese, it's excellent. Their cheese is really good. I'm gonna give their cheese a 9. Their quality of toppings, so toppings overall. You lose me when you do the the little sausage balls, Italian sauce. I like to see it sliced. I think it's better that way. But overall, their toppings are, I think they use pretty decent quality toppings. I'll give their toppings an 8. Okay? So toppings an 8. Cheese, I think I gave the cheese a 9. Sauce, I think I gave it an 8.3. It's a good memory, right? And the dough, Yeah, I'll give the dough an 8 on a wood fire scale. Overall, for wood fire pizza, definitely would have to give these guys, I'm going to give them an 8.8. Okay? Sound good? I hope so. Because it's time to eat.